Inboxes are full, feeds are flooded, buyers are bombarded. The average B2B buyer gets 100 plus emails a day, and most of them go straight in the bin. Why? Because messaging is generic, vague, or all about the seller. Could be all three, actually. But if your outreach doesn't feel relevant within 5 seconds or even less, it's game over. In this episode, we'll unpack how to build messaging that cuts through the noise and actually gets the buyers to stop, read, and respond. Welcome to Sales Today, podcast for sales pros who want to sell with purpose, not pressure. I'm Fred Copestake, trainer, consultant, and author of Selling Through Partnering Skills, Hybrid Selling, and Ethical Selling. Every episode, we dive into one essential sales skill or strategy that helps you connect more, convert more, and sell the right way. So let's be honest, your messaging is often your first impression. And in today's crowded market, it's either spot on or ignored. There's no kind of happy medium, one or the other. So in this episode, we'll cover number one reason messaging gets ignored, how to tailor your outreach with precision, and a simple formula to grab attention, spark curiosity. So let's think about why most messaging fails. Well, the biggest sin, it's making it about you. We're the leading provider of. I'd love to book 30 minutes to tell you about. No, hard pass. All about you. But buyers don't care what you do. They care what you can do for them. So relevance means speaking to their role, their industry, their current challenges. It means using language that they would recognize and make sense to them. If we're not thinking about these things, understanding them, know what that person cares about, then we're not tailoring messaging. We're just broadcasting. And that's not selling. That's not selling at all. So we want to make it personal to make it valuable. And personalization doesn't mean hi, first name. Yeah, it's not that. It means showing you understand their world. That's what we're talking about. So, not, oh, I saw you went to Birmingham University. Not, how are you? Oh, I'll come back to that one. Not, oh, I see you like cats. Actually, to be fair, that would probably work for me. Particularly put their names, Oscar, Luna, Casper. I'd stop, I'd talk to you. It might be a bit counterproductive, though. I'd probably talk to you about cats. Though it would actually show that you've done a little bit of research and you start to understand me. Probably at a level more than AI can just chuck that stuff in there. So really what you want to be looking for are recent changes, news, initiatives that the company might be taking that the person will be involved with. Look at LinkedIn, look at the clues. I mean, if they're posting stuff, that's stuff they're proud of, it's stuff they want to talk about. Pick up on that. Look at what they put on their website. Now that could be marketing babble, won't be so helpful. Everyone says they're innovative, everyone says they're cutting edge, everyone says they're market leader. But if there's very specific stuff about the problems they're solving, then again, that's going to give us a clue of where we could start to engage them. Because it's about the industry, really. So common pain points, those things that we can pick up on that in them trying to fulfill their job, this might be stuff that gets in the way and stuff that they feel is a little bit tricky. We can come in, we can help, we can do something about that. So the message framework, 4 things: trigger, relevance, value, call to action. So the trigger, what is it that made you reach out? What have you seen? What is it that they are doing and is going on in their world that they can relate to and is immediately going to resonate with them? So that we can get into that relevance piece, which is what challenge do we think that they will be likely to face as a result of that trigger? Now, if a trigger's an external driver, if it's something outside their organization that's indisputable, can't argue with it, and we've interpreted to what that means within their organization, we are already showing that we get them. So then we offer some value. So what insight, what thing that might help them with that, what might trigger or stimulate their thinking, or what outcome could we offer? If we've seen the problem, we know we can fix it. That is where you want to be. That's where we can talk about that. So call to action, what's the next step? What's going to happen as a result? What do we want to do? We want to be talking to people. So a little example might be something along the lines of, noticed your team is growing fast. Many scale-ups I work with are losing visibility across the pipeline at this stage. Helped others solve this problem with, solution in, resulting in, get the impact in there. Worth a chat. Simple as that. It's short as well. Another important thing, particularly if we're writing stuff, though even I'd say if we're speaking, what we're sending video, voice notes, we've got to keep it concise. So much noise out there, like we've said, people aren't really paying attention to long, rambling type messages. I mentioned also the thing about how are you, why I think that doesn't work, it's a waste of time. If this is cold, you don't know me, yeah, and you're wondering how I am, that's just odd. That's weird. It wastes space. I mean, I could look at this on my phone. I'm probably just going to, nothing in there for me. Swipe, deleted. So we want to get straight in to the juicy stuff. And I know some people find this difficult because it feels a little bit impersonal. It feels a bit cold. Well, yeah, it is cold. It is cold. So let's get in with the good stuff fast, rather than the bit which is probably actually for you rather than for me, making you feel better about this being an interruption on my time. If you're that desperate, put it at the end. Yeah, and I hope you're well or something like that, but I just take it out completely. A lot of people don't like that one, but that's what studies and that's what people who really understand this messaging will say. So yeah, as we're getting better at this, then let's remember though that this messaging isn't set and forget. It's a live experiment. Yeah, we're constantly testing different angles, so doing different things, tracking those response rates, seeing what's working. We're learning what's resonating, what works with people. So then that data, that information can inform our tone, can inform the structure, can inform the timing of when we send this. And recycle. Recycle. I'm not just talking from a sustainability point of view. Recycle what works. If it works, do it again and again and again and again. Yeah, maybe you send a LinkedIn message, it gets replies. Okay, well, that's an email then. Vice versa. Email that works, okay, put it into LinkedIn. A subject line, okay, that's good. Perhaps we use it as a call opener. Look at the stuff that people are responding to. If they're responding to it, you've probably put some work into this anyway, and you can work out why, and then use that time and time again. So always looking at what's working. End of the day, get it back to the idea that clarity beats cleverness every time. Yeah, we can be really clever, we can do a ton of thinking, we're so smart, that actually becomes difficult to understand. I've got to hold my hand up and say, I've done this stuff before, got really, really clever, some wonderful thinking. Nobody cared. Got to get to the point that we're keeping stuff really clear, short, concise, like I'm trying to keep these podcasts. So, moving on. Something you think about. Take a look at your last 5 messages, last 5 outbound messages. Would you respond to them? If the answer's no, it's time to rethink your approach. Yeah, while you're looking at them and the answer's no, I'll give you a bit of a clue. It's probably because you've got I's and we's all over it. We, I. That sort of stuff. So it is all about you. If you're using those words, it can't be. And it's probably not too difficult to just flip that around and make it about them, make it about you. I mean, that's ultimately why you do that stuff. So stop trying to be the hero, stop trying to be the star of the show, make the customer star of the show by talking about stuff that they care about. Okay, so like I said, want to keep it short, sweet, to the point. Great message is relevant. personal and valuable. Go relevant first. If it's relevant, then that's going to have to be personal. It's about that individual, and it's valuable to them because it helps them get stuff done that they might be struggling with. Speak to the customer, not at them. Don't be lecturing, pointing fingers. It's also refined through testing, not guessing. Have a look what works, understand why, and iterate and work around that. Okay, so your challenge, your action point. We're finishing these podcasts with these now. This week, rewrite one of your standard outreach messages using that 4-part framework. One I've just talked about: trigger, relevance, value, call to action. Send it to 5 ICP aligned prospects. ICP, ideal customer profile. So go back to the podcast around that if there's something you're a little bit unclear about, and see what happens. Tweak that, repeat it, make it better. Yeah. Also, think about how this plays out in everything you're saying, specifically in social media. If you're using social media, if you're posting on LinkedIn, think about how that message is coming across. All about you. Hey, look at me. I can do this thing. I'm wonderful. Or is it, hey, look, this is stuff that's probably going on in your world, and here are ways to do something about it. So, look, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe, share, connect with me on LinkedIn. Call me out if you think I'm writing stuff that goes against my own advice. Hey, it happens. It's easy to slip into this. But yeah, message me. And look, if you've got a challenge, if you want to talk again, yeah, drop me a message. Happy to see if I can help you on that. So I'm Fred Copestake. This is Sales Today. Until next time, keep it relevant and keep selling the right way.